Hey guys, I'm Alex and I do engineering here at Julius. And today I'm going to give you a walkthrough of the capabilities of Julius. So, Julius AI is an AI data analyst that can write code, execute it for you. It can analyze your files, whether that be Excel, CSV, PDF, Word doc, images. It can also search the web and use all of these tools in unison. So, given that, it can do some pretty powerful things, and I intend to show you those things today. So, without further ado, I'm going to give it a file to analyze. So I can upload that inside here, the main chat page, or I could go to this files page. So I'm going to start with some NBA awards data. So let's chat with the files here. All right. So right off the bat, I get a file preview of my spreadsheet. So I can see there's all of these columns here um, and a bunch of values within the spreadsheet. Okay, so let's see. If I right click it, I have some options to do some like really quick preliminary analysis on this file preview. So I'm going to select this one. How many unique players are there? And this question is getting queued up here on the right side. So this is what we call Sidekick. It's basically a very lightweight AI that can handle some smaller analyses for you while you focus on the heftier stuff inside the main chat in the center of the screen. So cool. The analysis came back. Analysis shows that 54 different players won the All-Star Game MVP award, and it gave us a little graphic here. A little bit hard to read, but that's fine. Okay, so let's see. Give a detailed summary of this spreadsheet. Provide some rich visualizations. Cool. Before I press send, I wanted to draw your attention to some tools that we have over here that I'll be demoing as we go along. This right here is a model selector. So right off the bat, we're going to be serving you this default option, which basically just uses the best models under the hood and routes to the model that we find most appropriate for the task at hand. So it's mainly the best models from OpenAI or Anthropic. And of course, if you're on the premium version, you can select and override to specifically use a particular model for your whole analysis. So Claude 3.5 is pretty popular nowadays. I'm going to select this and then send my message. Okay, cool. So it's going to be writing Python. Up here in this top right corner is your kernel settings. So right now I have Python selected, so it's going to be writing Python and executing Python on the code sandbox. Cool, okay, so it wrote Python. Here you can see what work the AI did. It came with a title, and then there's a description here that you can expand and collapse. Cool, so let's see, based on the information provided, 82 entries, 35 columns. Okay. All right, so it lists out all the different types of awards that can be accomplished. All right, so now it's writing code to visualize it. Perfect. Okay, cool. Award evolution over time. And number of MB scores given by season. Interactive chart. Cool, yeah, so we also offer interactive charts here as well. So just gives you like a richer visualization of the data. And you can also customize this. So let's say, I want to change the title. Boom. change the tile of the y-axis. I could do that. And let's say I want to change the color. All right, cool. If I want to download the chart, I get my analysis here. Nice. Okay, cool. So gave me some more visualizations, award frequency. Bar chart shows the top 5 players who won the most valuable player of MVP award. Okay, so yeah, Kareem won 6, Will Chamberlain won 4, and LeBron James won 4. Yeah, seems pretty accurate. That's pretty dope. Cool. Now, I want to showcase the ability to switch kernels. So, like I said before, over here, you get to see the type of code that's being run. So, for a lot of people in academia, we find that they prefer R-based analysis because their research labs primarily use R. So, I'm going to select this. It's changing the kernel right now. And what I can do is actually just go over here and rerun that last message so it regenerates. And now it should provide R code for us to execute instead of Python. Cool, so looks like it's writing R code. You can see the work in the editor here. Oh, and you can collapse Sidekick at any moment too. Just forgot to turn that off. Okay, cool. So it did something similar, just using R analysis instead. The images look a little bit different because it's not using matplotlib or anything, right? Cool. All right, now let's go back to the new chat page right here. Switch the kernel back to Python, and let's see what it does with the spreadsheet that isn't so well formatted. So I can just drag this in here onto the main chat page. So I have a squirrels data set, 2018 Central Park Squirrel Census. Okay, so Sidekick just automatically came up with some suggestions for me, right? So let's see. Headers must be on the first row, no blank rows allowed. Okay, that makes sense, right? This spreadsheet looks a little wonky. There's a bunch of unnamed columns right here. Looks like there's a bunch of rows with just empty data. So I'm going to take the first suggestion. All right, now my spreadsheet's being fixed. Um, huh. Okay, let's run that back. Doesn't look like it fixed everything. Okay, so let's go again. Okay, I want to make this the header. Okay. Accept the change. It's evaluating the spreadsheet again. Okay, so now it's saying I have blank rows, right? So a bunch of null values. Let's fix that. Okay, cool. So it looks like it's good. Let's try this. Summarize this data. Yeah, while we're waiting on that, I'll also show you some other settings that we can toggle on and off. So one thing that's been really useful is custom instructions. So we commonly get users that want Julius to respond in a certain language, and we're working on a feature to uh, do that in a different way. But for now, you can just set custom instructions here inside this setting. So let's say uh, we want it to always respond in Spanish. So we can save these changes. And this will get applied for all of your chats all across the board. So let's see. Okay, cool. It created a nice visualization for us. Um, let's see if it replies now. It should take Spanish settings into consideration. Nice. Okay, cool. So I'm going to turn that off though, because I don't understand Spanish. All right. So let's play around with GPT 4.0 now. Um, And like I said before, Julius can search the internet for relevant information if it doesn't have it. So, the Olympics is going on, so let's ask it something about the Olympics. That wouldn't be included in its pre-training data. So let's see. What happened to Noah Lyles in the Paris 2024 Olympics? And just want to make sure. Okay, cool. So these are the tools available for Julius to use. I just wanted to make sure I had search turned on. You can turn these on and off as well through here, or you can go here in the chat settings, and there's an on-off toggle for these as well. So cool. Noah Lyles won the gold medal in the 100 meter. Nice. Okay. Yeah, Kishane Thompson. Yeah, this is all accurate. Cool. And then it gives me some links too. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, let's also check out the plain model chat while we're at it. So turning on model chat will actually turn off all the other tools. It'll give you access to more models than you see here in this dropdown. So let's turn it on. So now there's no tools, there's no like custom prompting. You're basically just chatting with an underlying AI model. No system prompting, none of that. Just completely pure chat. So now we see that we have a lot more options. Um, yeah, we can like try talking to Gemini Flash. Um, so we can ask it. Yeah, what are the advantages and disadvantages of using Python versus R for data analysis? Let's see if Gemini knows. Okay. Statistical analysis, more smaller community. All right, cool. And in this mode, like I said, you won't have access to tools. So if I try something like run Python code to make a data frame of numbers 1 through 100, this should not, uh, yeah. So it doesn't have access to the tool. All it can do is print it for you. But we can turn model chat off and then turn back on code, turn back on search, and try this again. And now it's generating code and running it. Cool. All right. Another cool feature we have is rerun and edit code blocks. So let's say for whatever reason you want to run this code again, you can just click this over here You can also edit to edit the actual editor. So let's say I just want it to run to like 50, right? Well, I guess technically I have to do this. If I hit save and run, now it's going to run that again. Let's see. Nice, okay, 1 through 50. Yeah, okay. Cool. Now, another cool thing Julius can do, let me just show you. So if you go to the main page, as you can see on the center of the page, we have this thing called workflows. So workflows is basically a series of tasks for the user and the AI to kind of work together in sequence to get, like an overall goal done. So here we have a workflow specifically to visualize data within a spreadsheet. And there's a couple steps here, right? What I wanted to show you was this TensorFlow starter pack. So this is pretty cool. Julius, like I said, can do a bunch of awesome things. It can actually run and train small models as well. So we're going to see that in this workflow. So this is a public workflow. Anybody can use it. I'm going to hit run, and it's going to create a chat with these steps on the right side for me. So whereas Sidekick was in this left tab, this right side panel also has these workflow steps for me. Okay, cool. So this first step here was to, okay, run this stuff. All right. So it's installing the packages necessary. Might take a little bit. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Now it's going to start training. Nice. So it gave me a little summary with the visualizations. Okay, nice. Yeah, so as you can see, this workflow is now finished, and I can actually just go back to uh, talking to it normally. This prompt form, the input box came back up. So now let's continue the conversation. We can just keep going. So I'm going to tell it to demo this on um, MNIST, handwritten digits. So this is a public data set with a bunch of images of handwritten numbers. So we're going to see if we can train this small model to recognize numbers based on an image of a handwritten number. Cool. So it knows what I'm talking about. Nice. This is a classic data set. Yep. Cool. I take a little bit of time here. Okay, nice. So it looks like it trained. Very nice. Yeah, it did that all on its own. Very cool. So on the topic of workflows, I think it's best if I show you how to make a workflow as well. So I just click the workflows on the sidebar. Um, we can go here, create a new workflow. And yeah, so here I want to make a workflow for sales report data. So let's just name it sales report as a workflow. I don't need a description and I need to add the first step. So let's add a description. So I guess um, regular sales report. Um, I can select a kernel for what I want to do, Python or R. Let's go with Python. Cool. Now, for the steps, first step here is to obtain the data, right, that we want to do analysis on. So let's add a file upload step. So upload the sales data. And here you can actually, if you have a public Google Sheet URL, you can add it here as like a default data that you can select in the workflow. But for this, we don't have a public data set. So we'll just leave that. We'll add another step. Um, and this step is for the user. So let's say I have a specific region of sales data that I want to analyze. So I'm going to prompt the user for some input. Um, which region do you want to analyze? Okay, can add another step here, and now I'll add a task for the AI. So let's tell the AI to find the top 3 customers in the specified region. Okay. And let's add another step for the AI as well. Um, visualize total sales over time by deal size. Okay, cool. Save this. And for the workflow, when you run it, you can also select a model to run it with too, but I'm just going to run it here with Claude. Okay, so it's going to ask me for the sales data. I have some right here. Okay, which region do I want to analyze? Australia. As you can see, this is basically taking the structure of taking some structure and applying it to a chat with Julius. So, okay. So it's running into some issues here with the decoding of the CSV. Yeah, so the cool thing about Julius is that, it can recognize its errors and it can correct itself. So now it's going to try something else. Latin 1 encoding. Okay, cool. So I guess it was encoded in Latin 1. Cool. Now it gave me a little visualization. Top 3 customers. It's top customers, highest sales data. Nice. Okay. Okay, cool. So it ran into another error, but it will self-correct. I have confidence. while that's going, I can give you a quick preview of the sales data. I realized I should have done that. So it looks like this, pretty standard. Order number, quantity, price, pretty detailed. Deal size at the end. Okay, cool. Looks like we was able to do this. So decided to do a stacked area chart, which is nice. Okay, percentage of total sales by deal size. Okay, some quick maths. Yeah, this looks like it adds up to 100%. Nice. Cool. So we successfully ran a workflow, made a workflow and ran it. Um, like I said earlier, it could also analyze PDFs for you, right, and do some information retrieval there. So yeah, let's demo that. Let's see, over here I have a PDF. So this basically just has details of a track competition in the United States. So yep, that's loaded. Let's just say like summarize this for me. Cool, so it's using the analyze document tool. It's getting some findings. This tool will also create a TXT file for you of the summary. Okay. Okay, nice. Looks like it was pretty comprehensive. So let's ask it, where is this hosted? Okay, so it looks like it incorrectly used a tool here. Okay, so it realized it used the wrong tool. Now it's using the analyze document tool. Okay, so let's see if more details. Grand Prix is not at a single location. Okay, so it couldn't find the information in the document, so that's not what I wanted. Let's see if I could steer it in the right direction. So I probably cannot get anything more out of like using these code-enabled tools, and I probably want to be searching the internet for this sort of thing. So I'm going to disable code just so that it doesn't have this tool that it doesn't need for this particular task in its context. I'm going to switch it over to search and see how it does. Um, Search the internet for the answer. Okay. Okay, cool. So it gave me some information on that. Nice. All right, so another really cool feature I wanted to demonstrate in this video too is using secrets, right? So think about if you want to connect to a database or use a particular API and you need a key, you need a secret to set there. You can give that to Julius in a way where the secret is not revealed in the prompt at all. So you can go over chat settings, secret keys, and I already set this up. I'm using Alpaca, which is just like a way to programmatically make stock trades. So I set my API key, my secret key here, and I'm gonna start asking Julius to use that for me. So um, use my paper trading Paca account to get the price for Tesla and Apple. All right, cool. That was really nice. Let's see if it can execute some trades. So um, this is my account right here. It's got like 100K in fake play money, and as you can see, I don't have any orders at all. So let's see if Julius can place some orders. Place in, let's see, yeah, buy 10 shares of TSLA, 5 shares of Apple. Cool. Okay. Looks like the status. Is it going to reflect in my dashboard? Oh, yeah, it reflected right away. So my buying power decreased from 200K to 196K. And yeah, it looks like it sent in some orders. Damn, that's pretty sick. So now I want to show you advanced reasoning and these container health metrics updating in real time. So right now I can go here, reset my container, and the RAM usage should, okay, so now it's connecting to a new container. Okay, the RAM usage should be reset. It's perfect. So advanced reasoning basically takes whatever message that you have and um, derives like a plan of bite-sized steps to get to the objective of the task. So I'll just show you that right now. I have advanced reasoning turned on. You can also enable it here from the chat settings in this switch. So this is just a toy example, mainly to give a demonstration on this container health in real time. But as you can see here on the right side, it created a bunch of steps for the task at hand, right? So that was in progress. Now it's checked off, evaluated to done. Moving on to the next step. It's just going to keep doubling and doubling. And you can see the RAM usage is going up in real time. It was the CPU utilization also went up in real time. So that's the container health metrics right there. You can also upgrade your container if you notice this getting a little too high. We have a memory boost variant that has more RAM, and we also have a longer lifespan variant that has a longer lifespan for your container. So by default, everything gets wiped out. Your container gets destroyed after an hour of inactivity. So any files they have on there, any code that has run, stuff stored in memory, it's all going to get deleted. You're going to get a fresh new sandbox if you haven't touched this in an hour. So if you want it to last longer, you can use this. But this is the one that all users start off with, and all free users only have this option. Yeah, and one last thing I wanted to show was this convert to workflow feature. So if you have a chat that's going well, and you want to save this chat as some sort of templatized way to continue your analysis next time, you can hit this thing in the top right corner. So here, this is taking my alpaca trades chat and just turning it into a simple workflow. So here, Okay, nice. So my paper trading account fetch the latest. Cool. All right, so that concludes the walkthrough. You can find us obviously at Julius AI. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, reach out to our team at team@julius.ai. Thanks for watching.